Okay, so hold on one second. Okay, so if y'all have any questions, feel free to just type them in the comment thing where you can type the communications thing or whatnot. And after I get done, I'll go read them and answer anything. I won't try to answer them while I'm talking because I want to try to stay on topic as much as possible. So I actually did an outline for this so I could be organized. Y'all bear with me. I am actually at the ballpark. I've got my iPad here with my list on it. And I've got, hold on, let me try to show y'all. And I've got my kid's game right in front of me, but I'm not going to watch it while I talk to y'all, I promise. I'm going to look down here. Okay, so my training call is over. One of them is going to town, which is something I love to do. It's one of my main sources of sales, and so I wanted to kind of go over with y'all a good way to do it. And the next one is my referral program and how you can create your own and how it can help you really grow your customer base. I need you to move. Okay, so going to town. It's one of the main ways I collect orders every month. I know Scentsy is a party business, and I love, 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 love to party. However, the people in this area, I have a lot of trouble booking parties, but I still need my sales every month. Like, I pay my bills with my Scentsy income. So I have to still get my sales. So I do what I have to do. Is somebody talking? Can everybody mute themselves real quick? Because there's a lot of feedback.
Did everyone?
Okay. Okay. So one thing I do when I go to town is when I turn in an order and it's for myself, a party, I get stuff. I get mainly bars, bulbs, scent circles, and car bars. The reason that I use my rewards to get these things is because they're good gifts to give as like an incentive to host a party. They're also in high demand. When I go somewhere with my Scentsy bag, the number one question I get is, do you have bulbs? I need bulbs. And they're like frantic about bulbs. So, and sometimes I don't have much money to spend. Well, when you think about it, they charge you a $5 fee if you don't use your half price items. Well, if you use your half price items on bulbs, you're still spending, you get 6 bulbs and you're still spending the same $5. So it's a no-brainer to me. So I take my stock with me in a bag. I take bars, bulbs, scent circles, and car bars. If I have any scent packs, I'll throw those in there too. I never take warmers. I only do that like at an event. So I also... I wish I would have brought one with me. I take our product sheets, which they're great. You can tri-fold them. And then I staple a sample and a business card to them. If I approach somebody and they don't want to buy anything at that time, but also they want my information, bam, I've got a product sheet right there. It's got my business card on it, and it's got a sample of usually the scent of the month, because that's pretty popular to do. Especially if you're subscribed to that, it's a good way to make samples and get that sent out there. Always, another thing when I go to town is I go to businesses in town. For instance, a tanning salon in town has a warmer that I donated to them. I used free product to get this warmer. I donated it to them. I take them a bar once a month, and for doing that, they keep it set up there right on the front desk, right beside the register, and it's got my business cards right beside it. When people ask about it, they always tell them, yes, take a business card. And at first, it didn't seem to be as effective, but as I've kept going on and gotten in more businesses, it has been very effective, and I've gotten a lot of orders that way and a lot of new customers that way. So, again, use your 3.5 price items for warmers that you could donate to local businesses that will let you set up a display with the warmer and business cards. When we have specials like the Mother's Day specials, you can actually make your own flyer where It shows all the different bundles on it, and then I like to laminate it, and I take that with me when I go to businesses in town and show them either the Bring Back My Bar or the Mother's Day bundles, or when we have the bricks, or when we have a special charitable cause item. And a lot of people look through the catalog, but sometimes they glance over things, and a lot of these things that I just mentioned aren't in the catalog. So I do like to, instead of just telling them about them or showing them a graphic on my phone, I like to have a little flyer printed out. Anything you do spend on this stuff, try to keep it minimal. You don't want to spend more than you're making, and you want to be sure it's going to be something that's going to make you money. Also, everything you do spend is a tax write-off. So don't answer for people or assume that they won't be interested. If you don't ask somebody, the answer will always be no. So, like, for instance, when I first started out, I used to go to just like loan companies or like, I don't know, just kind of places that I didn't feel like was a really big deal because I didn't want them. I don't know. I felt like, oh, you can't go to the chiropractor's office because, like, that's like this high class and you can't go there. Don't do that. Don't sell yourself short, and don't answer for people. Always, if you pass by a place and you're like, huh, just stop and ask them. If they, okay, hold on. Be prepared with your presentation. That is one thing I'll say. When I first started, I kind of had a little bit of trouble because I am known to ramble. I'm terrible about it. So be prepared with your presentation. Know ahead of time what you're going to say. They're running a business. They don't have all day to sit there and listen to you. So I found that if I can keep my initial pitch under 3 minutes, they'll keep me there longer. They will keep me there longer asking me questions. I like to tell people, practice in front of a mirror, just like in speech class. Practice in front of a mirror. Practice in front of a friend, your spouse, or you could just have one of your kids record you so you can watch yourself and see maybe what you need to work on. One of my main problems is I say a lot. So that's something I've really been trying to work on, is not saying because when you do that, it does make people think that you're unsure about what you're talking about, or maybe just not that knowledgeable about what you're talking about, and you want to be sure that you sound professional. So, on to my next thing. You want to appear confident. Now, when I say this, let me clarify. Cassie can vouch for this. You are not always going to be confident. Sometimes you're going to be scared to death, shaking in your boots. But you have to appear confident. Walk, be dressed decently. Be where when you walk in, you're not going to feel like, oh no, I'm out of place here. And then have a smile on your face. Make eye contact with people. When you're speaking to people, if you keep looking away from them or if you're looking down a lot, they're not going to take you as serious as if you will just make eye contact with them and talk with them.
When I dress like I don't fit in somewhere, I always see people, dang it.
Yes, every time. Every time. So remember also, we offer a very high quality product. We aren't begging for sales. Like, if you buy Scentsy from me, I'm doing you a favor. Like, yes, it is my business and I do make money for it, but Scentsy enriches lives. And so have that attitude in your head, like, I'm doing them a favor by offering this to them, and then you will feel more confident about it. If you feel like you're going in to beg somebody to order something from you, you're going to not feel confident. You're going to feel kind of like, oh, and uncomfortable. You don't want to do that. So remind yourself before you go in. We offer a very high quality product. We're offering a high end product, and it will enhance the shopping experience for their customers, clients, or patients. Now, when I say customers, clients, or patients, some ideas of places to go when you go to town can include banks, doctor's offices, dentist offices, chiropractor clinics, massage parlors, hair salons, nail salons, loan places, insurance agencies, and boutiques. These are just some examples. I've sold Scentsy at the feed store before, y'all, so don't let it fool you. But those are just some suggestions. If there is a no soliciting sign, do not go there and be like, hey, do you want to buy some Scentsy? Because that is called soliciting, and it is like, if they have a sign, it's against the law. So, but if you're a customer there, like I'm a customer at a lot of places in my city that have no soliciting signs. However, when I go in there to make a payment for my loan or whatnot, I can give them a warmer of the month flyer with a sample on it, and I'm not soliciting. I'm just giving them something. So you can leave that stuff with them and with your card and just tell them to holler at you if they're interested in anything. Y'all don't know how many times I have done that and like 2 or 3 days later gotten a call. So again, even if it says no soliciting, if you're a customer there and you're going in to do business there, be sure you take that opportunity to leave something with them, whether it be a product sheet or a warmer of the month sample or whatever. Also, pay special attention to if the place is busy or not. If they're busy, go to the next place on your list and go back to that one when they aren't packed. They will appreciate the fact that you waited. The last thing a really busy retail store wants, or like a boutique in town, for instance, they've got 15 people in there shopping. They don't need you in there trying to sell something to them. So I always have a list before I go. I know ahead of time the places I'll be going to. And if I pass by and they're busy, I just keep going and I go back in a little bit. And when I tell them I came by earlier and was going to stop, but y'all were busy, so I waited, they're always like, thank you so much for that. Because now I can, have a minute to focus on this. Also, be willing to donate small baskets of product for Customer Appreciation Month for some companies. Security Finance here in Mount Pleasant, where I live, all the ladies there buy Scentsy from me. But also, when they do Customer Appreciation Month, every year since I've joined Scentsy, I have donated a basket of product to them that they can raffle. I guess it's a drawing thing. Everybody, when they go in, puts their name in, and they draw stuff for customer appreciation gifts. That is a tax write-off, first off, and second off, it really lets them know that like you support their business in more ways than just going to get a loan there. Like you support their business by donating to that, and that really makes them appreciate you that much more. Do not get discouraged with people saying no. I know it gets hard, trust me. I have literally been told no probably like 50 times in one day before. But I had a goal to meet and I didn't let it stop me. That very day, I sold over $1,000 in Scentsy. So don't ever let a no stop you, and don't even let 50 no's stop you. Cassie always says that statistically, every no brings you closer to a yes. Also, if you're going to do this and go to town and go approach these businesses and companies, wait for a day that you have some time to devote to it. Not only you don't want to be rushed, you don't want to seem rushed. You want to seem like you've got time to answer their questions. You're not looking at your clock or looking at your phone to see what time it is, and you've got time for them. So that really is like going the extra mile to be sure that they are getting that customer service from you. And you want to offer that same customer service whether they've ever purchased from you or not. Still offer them. If somebody tells me no, I'm like, great, thank you so much for your time. I'm going to leave this with you. If you have any questions or if you see anything you like, please give me a call. Is it okay if I check back in with you in a few months or whatnot? I've never been told no about checking back in with them. So do that also. Let me check my time real quick. I'm rushing, I guess. So I guess that's all I have right now until the end when I read questions for going to town. So now I'm going to go into my referral program. Referral programs are something I learned about during Leadership Development University that I did my first year with Scentsy. Please roll that window up now. And I'm so sorry. So referral programs are a great way to grow your customer base. People like it when someone they know can point them towards a good consultant. I can walk up to somebody all day long and tell them, hey, I'm a great Scentsy consultant, and I turn in orders all the time. And they're going to be like, yeah, okay. But if their friend's like, hey, she's so awesome, and I turn my order in, she gets it to me ASAP. If anything's ever wrong, she corrects it. And they tell their friends about you like that, and they're excited about you. then they're going to get excited about you because somebody they know has vouched for you. So I like to offer an incentive to people who refer me to their friends and family. You'll give me just a second to rearrange so I can get my referral card and show it to you.
That have hopped on there in the middle of it, she's got some dedication. She's at the ball field watching her kids play ball and leading this call. Just wanted to share that again. I think it's pretty awesome.
Because you can literally work Scentsy from anywhere, even training calls. So, one of the things, can y'all hear me? Okay. Are y'all there? Okay.
This is the best service
you always want to cuss. Huh?
So this is the best.
The best service?
Yeah.
Okay. So you want to customize your program. Your referral program does not have to be like mine. You can totally change it to make it perfect for you. And I want everybody to do that. Keep it simple. You do not want any confusion or any gray area. You want it to be very specific, because some people are like lawyers and they'll try to like get you on a technicality. So be sure it's very specific. And on mine, I have 3 levels on my referral card. So, for instance, I'll show y'all my card here. Oh, hold on. Let me try this. Let me try to flip my camera. Okay, so it says, your referrals help me grow my business. It says thank you. I've got my name, my phone number, and my website. These are postcards that I ordered from Vistaprint. And then when you flip it over, it says, I'm struggling here. Okay. Refer a customer that makes a purchase, you get 1 free bar. Or if you refer a party hostess, you get 3 free bars. Or if you refer somebody who wants to join my team, you get 1 free nightlight warmer. Then I've also got my name, my website, and my phone number on the back. Let me flip this back around. Now, you do not have to do yours just like me. In fact, I want you to do it however it suits you best. If you want to do a customer that makes a purchase and get a free scent circle, that's fine too. So I want y'all to do it for something that you can afford, because you don't want to be spending more than you're making. So, and that was my next point. Don't spend more than you're making. You might start out with a free scent circle, a bar, or a twin pack for the things listed above. Ask people to share about getting free stuff through your referral program. If somebody has done a referral and they've gotten their gift from you for doing that, ask them to share about it. Hey, I sent one of my friends to Scentsy lady and she gave me this for doing that, And then, like, people take you serious too, because real business people do that. They offer incentives. Again, I printed these postcards off of Vistaprint. I don't remember how many I ordered, but I remember it was a great price. If you ask someone about hosting or buying and they decline, don't hesitate to give them a referral card and ask them to tell their friends and family about you. I have actually had a girl before tell me no, that she didn't have the money or the time to host or buy, but that she had an aunt who might be interested. I gave her a referral card. Her aunt ordered $300, y'all. So, like, have a referral program. It's a good deal. Be prompt with getting them their gift for referring you. When they do it, I try to have them their gift within a week or 2. And I do sometimes tell them, hey, I don't have this on hand. I'm going to have to order it, and I'll have it to you ASAP. But do try to be prompt with it, because you don't want it to drag out forever and then be like, well, thank you, finally. I do have a rule that my new customer must tell me that you sent them to me. So when I tell people about my referral program, I tell them, you've got to be sure that your aunt or whoever lets me know that you sent her to me. Because if she doesn't, I'm not going to know, and you're not going to get anything. And then also, don't feel like it's written in stone. I've got this referral program right now But I'm almost out of cards, and pretty soon I am going to revamp it. So if you do like I put here, after you're making more money, you can revamp it. You just want to be sure that you let people know that you uh, have revamped it, so they will know and there will be no confusion. But referral programs are a really, really, really great way to broaden your customer base and to, I don't know, get extra brownie points with your existing customers, I guess, because they really like, even if it is just something small. I'm going to click on the messages because I feel like I've gone through my whole outline and see if anybody, do you have a drawing set up at businesses where you have warmers? Okay, I have not done that yet, but I have considered doing that, but not all the time. I was thinking about at each business, I would do it 1 month out of the year where I had people fill out a slip and I did a drawing. The thing is, I'll also have a rule on that. They will have to include their full name, their phone number, and their email address. This is why. If you put them in your workstation with their full name, their phone number, and their email address, if they ever go to Scentsy.com, it will automatically send them to you as your customer.
Thanks for
I'm
making
sorry.
that point. That's a really good point because I think so many times we forget to get that. I mean, I'm especially right now when that new app came out. Like you guys that are newer, you have such an advantage to those of us that have been doing this for so long and we failed to get information. But if you get that information, it goes straight in there, and then just like she said, automatically if they order, it goes to you. Thanks for reminding us about that.
No problem. And then also, and I will put that on the sign. In order to be eligible for this drawing, you must include your full name, your phone number, and your email address. And then I'll go through them all before I do the drawing. And if they didn't put all those three things, they're not going to be eligible for the drawing. And that's just a good way to be
Gabby,
sure you're
can you
getting
turn on the light?
Oh. Huh?
Gabby?
I'm muting her. So when you do the drawings, you guys, one of the questions, sorry, I'm going to interrupt you for a second, Shannon.
You're
One
good.
of the questions we get a lot of times is, well, I don't have a lot of money to put into it. I don't have stock. Don't think you need to give an arm and a leg away. Give them a scent circle. Or, Sabrina, are you still on here? Oh, yeah. She's in her bed. Do you by chance have one of your sample packs anywhere around you? Like, I think that's
Yeah.
such
I'll be right
a good, sorry, Shannon, I'm not trying to steal you. I just wanted to add this into that. You can put
No.
together sample packs, and that can be your giveaway. It doesn't have to be anything big or anything. I know when I did that, I would give away the scent of the month bar. But again, that's $6 now. So, for those of you that are newer, don't feel like you have to do that. Shannon, sorry, I want Sabrina to show her sample pack, then I'll hand it back to you.
Okay.
No, you're good.
So this is what I give away at home party. And it's got a laundry liquid, washer whiffs, room spray, Scentsy Fresh, and Scentsy Wax sample in it. And I actually learned at World Tour that I can call this a deluxe sample pack. And is that where you were going, Kat? That's where you were going. No?
Nope. I should have
said trying to reach behind it. Awesome. Okay, so what did you want to see?
No, I did want to see that. I just wasn't going to say deluxe. I think that's a great giveaway. That's what I'm just saying. Like, I was thinking about this today when I'm over here trying to make samples, and I thought, what I need to do is take a day each month. I say this, if Lisa is on here, she's heard me say it. I've said it to Sabrina. I'm like, I need to take one day a month where I have local people come over, and we just do all kinds of samples, and then we put together these sample packs like she's showing. Because those things can be given away for so many things. You don't have to give a warmer. You don't have to give wax. Like, you don't have to give away all your Scentsy stock. So, okay, sorry, Shannon. I don't see you anymore, but.
No, I'm here.
Okay, go.
Okay, that's another thing I was going to say. When I do revamp my referral program, I had considered, instead of one free bar, doing a sample of washer whiffs, because when I did the cost of it, it would save me a ton of money. And also, washer whiffs is something that a lot of people don't even really realize how much they need in their life until you give them a sample of it. And then they are like an addict, and they're like, please, I need these. Please order these for me. So, also, counter clean's another thing. A lot of people don't order that until they know how effective it is and that they love it. So samples of things like that that people don't order all the time. Like, I don't know about y'all, but the main things I sell are bulbs and bars of wax. So I've been lately trying to gear my samples and prizes and stuff more towards things that people haven't used as much. For example, a bath bomb, or a sample of the bath soak, or a sample of the counter clean, a sample of the washer whiffs, different lines, the hand lotion or the body cream or the whip, because they, all of our lines are amazing, and you don't want to just am I trying to say, you don't want to only stick with the basic items that everybody already knows that we sell. Because everybody, if they know about Scentsy, they know that we sell warmers and wax. If they've ever heard about Scentsy, they know that. But so many people, even that have been using Scentsy for years, are just now finding out about washer whips and about the laundry love bundle and about different things. So it would definitely be worth it to use those things instead of the warmers and waxes as your prizes.
And also, too,
Turn to
for
look.
local people, when you deliver orders, you're always throwing some, I mean, most of us do, we throw a sample in with their order. I did recently, I got little bottles from AliExpress, and I put kitchen soap in them. And that was the only way I passed out samples of those, was by putting them in with my orders, because most people, you know, don't order that stuff or don't know about it, like Shannon was just saying.
And if making,
And I got these little, I'm sorry.
oh no, sorry, I didn't know if I was muted. And if making these samples like overwhelm you, because trust me, they've overwhelmed me for a long time. If you have local people to you, talk to them about getting together. Hey, let's do a bulk buy. I mean, we can help you if you don't even know what we're talking about, AliExpress or bulk buy. I shop there often, but let's do a bulk buy on there, and let's get together and do a sample making party. Some of you may not have that luxury of having people local to you, but if you do, or even if you don't, plan it with people on your team and meet right here on Zoom and make samples, you know?
And even still, it's not expensive. I get those little foil heat seal packet things.
So cheap.
Yeah, you get them for like 7 cents a piece, and you get like 100 of them. So what are you talking, $1? Or I'm sorry, $7 for 100 of them? It's, you know, not expensive at all.
Yeah. So I got these little bottles off of AliExpress. They're just little small bottles, and you put the counter clean in them, and it's actually a little bitty spray bottle, and it's perfect. It's a perfect. And the girl that one of the girls that I gave a sample of the counter clean in it said she actually got to use it like 3 or 4 times before it was gone. So it was a good sample. And at first I was like, this is going to be a little bitty sample, but they turned out to be really good. And again, super cheap. And when you think about it, if you're using your free and half price items to get this product that you're going to do your sampling with, like, you're saving yourself so much money. And like Cassie said, buying in bulk off of AliExpress or whatnot, you can save way more money.
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, I found a good way to do that actually worked with the counter clean. If you take Bounty, now I tried like all kinds of different types of paper towels, and the only ones that really worked were the Bounty paper towels. And if you get the small skinny ones, and you take 2 of them, and if you just take and you pour the counter clean, pour 1 bottle of counter clean into the Bounty paper towel, and then just, you know, where it's just, you know, lightly done, and then you stick it inside of a Ziploc baggie, it actually lasts for several weeks, and you can hand it out to people, and it's a great counter clean sample that's very cheap.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Awesome.
So again, Vistaprint is where I got these. Y'all can print your stuff wherever you want to. I used Vistaprint because I had never printed anything online before. That's what Cassie told me about, so I could get my business cards. And so when I ended up wanting to print these postcards, that's where I went. Also, that's where I'm going to do my thank you cards, because for 3 years I've been handwriting thank you cards, and like my hand can't handle it anymore. I've got, my customer base is way bigger than it was in the beginning, and so sometimes you're looking at me sitting down writing like 48 thank you cards, and I just don't have the time or the inclination to do that. But people still love the thank you cards, so I'll be ordering those off of Vistaprint also. And yes, Sabrina, we can do samples of just about anything. I found that the washer whips are very, very popular, and the counter clean. But I want to get some of the foil packs because I've never tried those before. And remember, if you do a gift even, it doesn't have to be a full-size product. It can just be a nice sample of something. So again, y'all don't
The washer with samples, the best way I found to do those is just take I do 2 teaspoons, and I put those into one of those little Ziploc baggies that you can get either in the jewelry store, or we actually have them at our flea market where I get like 100 for $1. But just put them in the little packet and put your label right on it.
Did she go away?
I use those same little jewelry bags also, and I just do 1 scoop, and I tell them this is a one-time use. You know, dump it in with your sheets or your towels or whatever, your laundry if you want to. But it will do 1 load, and then also be sure if it's a man that you're giving the sample to, be sure you tell him it's not soap. I had a man, I gave him a sample, he loved it. He ordered washer whips from me. A week later, he ordered another tub of washer whips, and I'm like, Dale, you went through those really fast. Like, he's a single man and he's old, and I'm like, how are you doing this much laundry? And he said, well, he thought it was soap anyway, y'all. He thought it was the soap. So he was like using way too much because he thought it was the soap. So be sure you just give a disclaimer that you use this in addition to your soap. Oh no, I didn't mean body soap. I meant washer whips. He thought it was. He thought it was.
How he was washing himself with washer whips.
He thought it was laundry soap. So he was putting like 5 scoops in every load or something. I'm like, wow, I bet your laundry smelled great, but still wasn't clean because you didn't use any soap. So yeah, you kind of learn as you go with stuff like that. Does anybody else have any questions about going to town?
So one of the things I wanted to add, am I unmuted? Yeah. About it's not really going to town, but I can tell you that Casey Griffith has said that oil lube places are really good. That's the only other place I could think of that I don't think you said. But one of the things I did a few years ago was I've had a graphic, and there are graphics around that says this would be a little bit of a price for you, but donuts for your office from me. And I've done it with 2 different locations, and I took them, what's it called? A dozen donuts. That's it. A dozen donuts, and I gave it to them. But with them, they also got a bag party. And both of them ended up doing a qualified bag party because I took them free donuts. So you just got to think of different ways that you, and granted, that's coming out of your pocket. But sometimes you spend money to make money. But I say that, but if you have heard me, you hear me say, I'm here to make money, not spend money. But there's sometimes you can do things like that and it will benefit you. Obviously, when I've made the post and people come back at me, I always tell them, like, look, like, I want to bring this to you, blah, blah, blah. And then I'll talk about how I want to bring a bag party, and they usually say, okay, exactly how did I do it? Okay. So I don't remember because it was a couple years ago. There was a graphic that Scentsy had put out, and not Scentsy, somebody had made for Scentsy, and I don't even remember where it's at, but you can make it yourself. It's like Nominate. You've got it?
Yeah, it was, nominate your business for cupcakes and Scentsy or something like that. And then, yeah. So I've got one if somebody wants to see it.
So then I did a drawing. Then when they were like, "Oh, thank you," and I'm like, "Hey, would you mind taking a bag party and passing it around your office?" They're like, "Oh yeah, that's great." And then boom, bag party, and now they became my customers. So, Sabrina, will you share that on the director page so we can share that with our teams? You're so organized. I don't know where any of my pictures are. I delete everything. I have a problem. Anybody else? That was so off topic, but I thought since we were talking about going to town like that. Anybody else have anything?
I just want to tell Shannon, thank you so much for doing this call because it's been amazing.
I agree. I actually privately messaged Sabrina on here and said she is doing amazing. Didn't I, Sabrina?
Oh,
You did, and I agreed. Shannon, you're awesome. You have got that gift of gab, and man, you can talk and make everything just sound like rainbows.
I love y'all. I can't wait till July so I can hug y'all. Y'all are the best.
Shannon, can you
Yes.
explain before we get off one more time how you go into a business without crossing the line of soliciting again?
Okay, so if there's a no soliciting sign, the only way I go in is if I'm doing business there. At my bank, there's a no soliciting sign. But since I bank there, when I go in, I'm like, hey, I need to deposit this. I need $30 back. I need to make this payment. And then I'm like, oh, by the way, I have the new crystal collection. Do y'all want to smell it while I'm here? I went actually to the bank. This happened today. I sold 4 crystal collections today at the bank at one stop. In fact, everywhere I stopped in town today, paying bills and let them smell the crystal collection, I sold at least 1 bundle. So, and just by randomly, like, oh, hey, y'all, by the way, I forgot. Do y'all want to check this out? It's a limited edition thing. It's a new scent collection Scentsy came out with, and it's only while supplies last. So do you want to go ahead and check it out? Well, since I'm in there doing business already, it is not considered soliciting. If you walk into a place that has a no soliciting sign and you're not there to do anything else but sell Scentsy, that is considered soliciting, and you do not want to do that. If they don't have a no soliciting sign, in my opinion, they're fair game, and I'm going in. And I'm just like, hey, my name's Shannon Evans. I always have a huge smile on my face because that's who I am as a person. So I'm like, hey, I'm Shannon Evans. I'm a Scentsy consultant. I haven't been by here yet. Several of the businesses in towns have warmers that I've donated to them. Would you be interested in me donating you a warmer if I could put my business cards right here by your register with it? I have been told no a couple of times, but for good reasons. One of them was what was it? Zoe, where's that place we go? That guy who took the ear, nose, and throat doctor. And they have an allergist in there that does allergy testing. And so they said no strictly because they couldn't have anything fragrance-wise in there at all. So that's a good reason to say no. But then one of the ladies that worked there ended up calling me back because her husband has a shop where he sells his homemade like wooden furniture, and she called me and said, would you be interested in putting one of them in his showroom? He's like shopping at the very front. He's got a small showroom, and he wanted one of the, and then they didn't even want me to donate it. He actually bought the warmer from me and still has me keep business cards in there by it. So I thought that was cool. So like I say again, never answer for anybody. If there's not a no soliciting sign, just go in and ask. I go to the car dealerships all the time, and one of my good buddies is a car dealer. He buys car bars from me all the time. When he sells a car, he gives them a weathered leather car bar. I don't care what they like. He gives them weathered leather. That's all he buys. And so, because a lot of vehicles do have leather seats. So there's a lot of different options you can use, but just be careful if there's a no soliciting sign that you're not just going just to sell Scentsy.
Thank you, Shannon. That was actually really good information. Guys, I want to encourage you, if you don't follow Shannon, you should go follow her because Sorry, Shannon. Okay, so I'm gonna say something. She may be like, Cassie. First of all, Shannon has. She was sharing. She has the boldness to go into these places and say that. I get the sweats and I get really scared. I know people are like, no, you don't. Oh, yes, I do. If I'm carrying those crystals around, you'll see me running out of a building before I talk to someone. It's something I literally have to force myself to do. Or I put my child up to it. Yeah, I use them. But you want to follow Shannon, because let me tell you what I tell her all the time. If Shannon did what she does on the last day of every month to reach her goal, because this girl is going to reach her goal no matter what it takes. But if she did on the last day of the month what she does every day in the month, the girl will be over $5,000 every single month. Shannon pulls the mess out of her last day of the month because she's going to reach her goals. Because I love you too. It's happening, Sabrina. Good night. We go through this multiple times every night before I fall asleep. What was I about to say? She's going to hit her goals. Because like she told you in the beginning of this call, she uses Scentsy to pay her bills. And when your why becomes that important, then hitting your goals with Scentsy is that important if it's paying your bills. Whether that means just paying your gas, paying your groceries, or paying your mortgage. Whatever it means for you, that's when it becomes it doesn't matter. I'm going to talk to this person in the bank. And that's something Lisa's always told me that she does. She makes herself go inside banks specifically to talk to them. Me, I'm I online bank. I don't speak to a soul at a bank. It's all on my phone, but whatever you can do to get out of your comfort zone. Anyways, Shannon, thank you so much. It has been great. And I think everyone has gotten a lot of information to take with them. So thank you. Thank you. All right,
Yay!
guys.
I'm glad y'all enjoyed it.
Yes, we had a good turnout.
Awesome. We did. I'm excited. And now I won't feel so nervous next time I do a training call. I was really nervous tonight. Could y'all tell?
You did awesome. All right, guys. Y'all have a great Monday and have a great sleep and have a good rest of your week. Bye.
Yeah.